So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to—
Oh, right. Speaking of strange
Hey, अब
things,
आवाज आ रही है?
I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could
Yeah,
you be
I hope
aware of
so.
that? That should be impossible.
But
Nothing in the
I'm
report
pretty sure
indicated
what I
anything
did
like
would
that.
solve the
Are you
issue.
still failing to realize that the
Cause like,
Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's
हाँ वो mod
citizens?
का दे दिया ना. I don't think अब issue होगा.
Shishan,
Let's see.
don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
What an absurd question.
आवाज सही आ रही मेरी?
You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the
Okay.
Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please.
हाँ ऐसा वो
Please
stream में ना
stop.
मसला हो गया था थोड़ा, so I restarted. Welcome back.
Satari is still trying to run from her problems. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
वालेकुम
Heretics?
अस्सलाम Toka.
What
How are
kind
you?
of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Well, I hope you get well
Child
soon.
of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about
I'm
becoming
alright.
a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
I think she'll break.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling.
A second, guys.
I've also been running from my guilt this whole time.
Okay.
Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research
I
opportunities.
guess it's for
by
the better,
facing
to
the
be
truth.
honest.
Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet
Yeah, last
King?
stream did
Or are
crash,
you the
but
god himself?
I don't know why 9
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment
Is
on
added
the
there.
Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter,
Well, I'm pretty sure you
perhaps it
will
could
one
serve
day.
as a form of
It's a pretty cool
atonement.
game, to be honest. Really
I've
relaxing.
actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity.
No
Her
toxicity at
appearance
all.
must be a fated opportunity
Unlike
for me
Emma.
to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zerus festival. But I
Dream
know very
harvest.
little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest
That was the
clearance
one
would have
like we
access
were
to those
reliving the
confidential
same day again and
documents.
again.
I've just been working
And
to
they were
meet the Grand
conducting
Sage's specified
tests.
requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents
That's a
you
really
mentioned?
nice commitment, Pain.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks.
Good luck with that.
After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer
Yeah,
the
when we first
documents to
met
you through the
Nahida.
Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive
Alright,
method.
study well.
Send
Take care.
someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The
Emotes
academia
as well.
entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
Alright, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all
Sure.
we can do
बस
is
मुझे
pray
याद
for
करा देना.
Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Adventurers Guild. Okay, so the following night. हाँ लेकिन लग्जूरियस से तो ऑब्वियसली प्रीमोस तो मिलेंगे ही. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull for Nahida or Al-Hatim. Actually both. Oh wait, गलत टाइम पे कर लिया मैंने. Supposed to be 19. Okay, here. Yeah, because याइमिको के साथ अच्छी चलती है ना नाहिदा. और ऊपर से इलेक्ट्रो के साथ अच्छे खासे इफेक्ट्स हैं. So I think that's going to be the best thing to do. भाई जोंगली सपोर्ट थोड़ी है, जोंगली तो सब है.
You are the other Catherine, right?
Other
That's
Catherine.
right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind. Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity. Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world. Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
That's how we should be.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you? No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Fewer people, I don't see anyone.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards,
वर्ल्ड लेवल
but
मेरी
also
8
to
पे
get
है और अब मैं
everyone
हर
to go
बॉस
to
कर
sleep
सकता हूँ
early, just so we
सिवाय
can exchange the documents in
कुछ
peace.
bosses.
I
Actually
also
सिवाय
can't quite figure out why
a lot of
things feel a
bosses.
little off. But
अजदा
now
को
that
नहीं
we're
मार
here,
सकता मैं
let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
उसको भी सोलो नहीं मार सकता
Well,
क्या नाम है
regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon
रेडियन
feels a
को
little safer.
क्योंकि अगर वो लेवल 90 पे है तो नहीं मार सकता नहीं तो मार सकता हूँ मैं उन्हें Yeah, that's true. ओ भाई मैंने आर्कॉन करना है भाई क्या हो गया
There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll
पी
be
के
this
प्रीमोस
quiet
चाहिए
in front of
मुझे
the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all
ओके
the
ये कहाँ है
guards.
मारूंगा मारूंगा बाद में ये कहाँ है लग्जरियस चेस्ट नीचे है अजदा को मारूंगा देख लेना उसके लेकिन उसके लिए मसला ये शील्ड चाहिए ये कहाँ है ऊपर है ये Where am I going? I'm stupid. अच्छा ना इस साइड से What's happening? तो ऊपर है ना वो राइट अबे अंदर वहाँ पे दरवाजा है लेकिन खोलने की जगह नहीं है अंदर नहीं जाना था ऊपर जाना था पागल हो तुम लोग What's going on?
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
What's wrong with them?
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Doctor? He seems cool to be honest.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree
Good job,
of rigor
Kumar.
expected of a true scholar.
The people of Samir City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the
Cutscene में भी आया था ना पहले
subconscious.
जब
As you
ट्रेलर
can
आया था
see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a
He
hero
killed this
who has
Diluc's
just
father?
saved the world.
Damn.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here. Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
Oh.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
He seems cool. Hydro या cryo है?
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2.
Number 2?
Scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui.
Yep.
But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
He met
Yeah.
Collie like that?
Things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we, you mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Gandharvaville. Okay. No butterflies. थोड़ा वेट ही कर लेती. खैर, I'm gonna make a decent team now. अगर ये तो फ्रीज टीम है. रुको. If I add the Dendro with Yai, बल्कि बनी हुई है technically.
What's that? Join you for a walk? Why not?
I should probably be using facial here, but Animo तो use नहीं कर सकता मैं, लेकिन nor can I use this.
May knowledge guide you.
क्या? Fighting time है. अरे spoiler क्यों दे रही हो पागल? I should probably do bounties as well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy this as well this time. Okay.
Hold it right there.
ट्रैवलर को मैंने वैसे ही अपग्रेड करना था. ट्रैवलर को बंदा अपग्रेड कर ले, आगे जाके वैसे भी ना ट्रैवलर तो यूज़ होगा ही क्योंकि दूसरे एलिमेंट भी आएंगे. तो मैंने सोचा 90 पे कर लेता हूँ उसे eventually. अभी तो काफ़ी कम है,
Mercenaries from the Core
इतना
of
ज़्यादा
30?
नहीं है.
Did you come here to arrest us?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We are here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The outcast, the doctor.
An outcast from the Acad... But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
आगे जाके I'm pretty sure he'll be used a lot, cause eventually तो सारे elements आने हैं ना इसके पास. तो मैंने बोला लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए बेटर है.
Propagate!
Right here. No, my sword. Rain cutter.
Mind the damage.
Emerge. I'm always watching. Show them. Right now.
9k,
right
10k.
here.
Be still.
It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements.
Cascade.
Dendro Archon is pretty cool, to be honest.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up.
Yep.
But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where... going up against smart people is tough.
I don't wanna use Collie right now. इतना ऊपर नहीं जा रहा, मैं बाद में करूँगा ये. There's Collie.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of.
Probably
Master Tainari
connected to the
originally studied
doctor.
in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Party's DI. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Okay.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Electro Devil sometimes. Catherine? I think this is going to be Nahida.
Look who it is!
Catherine.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, The doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Yeah, we get
Well,
it.
we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
Whew. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the
हाँ बस
Akasha.
मेरा नाम अब 9
Would
रख लो
that
तुम.
mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's
Sorry.
combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet.
Who is the number 1?
Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't
मैं
come
गॉस
here
ऑफ
for
टिश्यू कर रहा था.
sightseeing,
तुम्हारे
right?
आंखें वहीं फ्लावर्स पे ही
Did
होती हैं
you
हमेशा.
find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
We probably will.
It's almost time! Let's go meet up with Razor. The meeting spot is on the
You
big
changed
Cider
accounts?
Lake. You know the way, right?
Traveler? It is you!
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
हाँ वही जो I guess ये
That's
सबसे
right,
पहले
we're
मिली थी ना
old
हमें.
friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Really?
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
Her promise to me?
Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights.
Oh.
My current self has not only gained true insight, But I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
I don't trust her.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled.
Is that Raiden?
The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
I thought he was Anemo, but no, he's Electro.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me
She's
forgiveness
completely
and
brainwashed.
salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
You truly have.
Wait, something isn't right.
अब क्या हो गया? a cool cutscene. What? I see you. So he's inside that? Wasn't that the boss we're supposed to fight? Okay, this story is genuinely interesting.
Okay, we finally lost him.
ये कहाँ से आया है? ये तो था ही नहीं.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Oh.
After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over.
Don't worry, I'll
He
help.
helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Yeah.
Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
She's probably back in hers.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who is occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
Wait, so
I did.
that guy
I
is a
noticed Hypatia's
Fatui
mental
Harbinger,
anomalies, but since her
and he's
symptoms were rather
also
atypical,
supposed to be a
I
god,
secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began
or a
searching for a
wannabe
way
god.
to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant. The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out.
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of...
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon.
Okay. So now we have to go to the desert. Yeah, मैंने ये अनलॉक नहीं किए थे, लेकिन मैंने ये कर लिया था. मैं तो पी रहा हूँ मज़े से स्ट्रिंग.
We finally made it to Caravan Rabat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel.
हाँ.
It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
I genuinely like him. He's pretty cool.
Over here.
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
A second.
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've
He's
never
the most
cared to keep
muscular
track
guy.
of personal favors.
Doesn't seem like it.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the same. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in
Yeah,
front
so
of you. And upon
YouTube पे
seeing
I'm pretty
him,
sure मसला नहीं
your
होगा.
expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
हाँ वो तो स्टोरी में पता लग गया ना.
Oh, hey, Thum. You really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff?
So that's your answer.
But like, not the actual
Well,
baby, right?
I do work for the
A puppet.
Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine. No matter.
Yeah, just like
Rather
her
than
own
simply
body.
learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own.
I mean the body that she
Speaking
controls,
of,
that's a puppet
You
as
two
well.
are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably...
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Yeah, because apparently he was too weak. Yeah. Well, I can't really blame you because that was pretty cheap of her, but the electronosis, he stole that? Oh, I see. So that's the... Oh, yeah, I remember. और फिर आय ने इन्हें दे दिया था फटुई को. So the Fatui have like two noses, right? एक वेंटी का उनको मिला था, एक नहीं 3, एक जोंगली का भी मिल गया उन्हें.
Very nice.
और अब तो इनका भी मिल गया. Yeah, I remember. Actually, let's get this chest.
Propagate!
Right now.
Kamisatora! Suiyu!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh,
Don't tell me that's everything.
I see.
Right here. Right now.
What's that?
Right here. Right now. What a nuisance.
The bloom damage is pretty good, to be honest. Meat wala crab. Mm-hmm. Hi, butterflies. That is a lot. Damn. I think it's level 2 now only. इतने ज़्यादा हैं इसमें. Actually level 3. I guess वो भी eventually story में हो जाएगा.
Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else.
Nice.
What a cool place! Let's go check it out.
I know. Okay, I'll have them way more.
Unless my memory fails me,
अच्छा पेन ये
we
तुम्हारा
have barely
account
spoken
है.
2 words to
Nice.
each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment?
Okay, he is muscular
so
to be
that's how
honest.
you characterize your actions here, is it?
Same,
Or
Sano
would
isn't
elimination perhaps be a
really
more
that cool.
accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra
Cheetos.
head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable
Sorry about that.
hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust
What
in
the fuck? He's
Al-Haytham,
shorter than
to
Jiao?
the point of blocking an attack from
I
him.
am not getting him.
If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as
Yeah.
bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
You'll get her.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
She's pretty hot, to be honest.
Someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
Yeah, she seems really cool.
Seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
They're ignoring her. Oh, next mission is Spyro. Nice.
What's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a
I'm hyped for
gonna get blown away.
Hydro.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
अब ये कौन है?
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
I think Hydro will be a male, to be honest. हाँ पीछे से अजीब लग रहा था. इतना टेंस नहीं हो दोनों.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. I'm not
Let's see
gonna
क्या
keep
होता है.
floating anymore.
Cause Hydro में males भी हैं, females भी हैं.
This is the home of our village
So
chief. I will have to
50-50
ask
to be
you to
honest.
make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for...
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh! On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
Wait a minute, I'm trying
A
to
little
find
while
something.
ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra,
Yep.
I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit.
I'm
However,
missing something.
to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the
I
principles
like the
that we
story, to be
strive to
honest.
uphold,
It's pretty cool.
they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Yeah, true.
Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
Oh.
What?
Like
So he was
many
spying
parts
on
of the
us.
project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Wow.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all?
So she wasn't really a mediator.
I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case,
I mean, not an official one at least.
welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Yep.
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough.
आवाज आ रही है? Okay. I'm probably going to collect these. Yeah, okay, don't care, bye, alright. अच्छा हाँ Yeah, skipping it. कितना बोलता है भाई, वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट है क्या है? Okay. This doesn't really seem like a world quest. Okay, एक और है ना? Sorry. हाँ मैं बस क्वेस्ट ये कलेक्ट करके ना फिर कुछ कुछ और करूँगा। आई मीन फिर मैं कंटिन्यू करूँगा आर्कन क्वेस्ट। ओह टाइम कितना हुआ है? हाँ अभी 4 है। नाइस हाँ लेकिन मैंने बोला ये सामने ही है तो कर लेता हूँ। चलो हो गया ये। किधर गया और कौन?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go.
क्या लेट्स गो मारूंगा तो मैं खुद तो गायब हो जाएगी। लेट्स गो।
Nothing lasts forever. Right here. Witness the power of Gua. Time to act.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
हाँ ये ना रुकते ही नहीं है। लाइक वो जो ब्लीडिंग इफेक्ट है ना वो बहुत बुरा लगता है मुझे।
Emerge right now. Rain outlines your fate.
Cascade.
The creature stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
ये कौन है?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full. I am the chief of Aru village.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert.
हाँ एचपी खा जाते हैं, शील्ड का इफेक्ट कोई नहीं लगता।
I can't say they've always been common, but recently, besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes.
इनको फ्रीज काउंट्स बहुत मारते हैं।
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
तो यहाँ पे भी withering
Everyone
zones
in
हैं।
Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So...
That's pretty bad.
That's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously but no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in...
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
That's why I said it's pretty sad. एक तो वो बढ़ बढ़ के पागल हो गए, फिर जब पागल हो गए उनको निकाल दिया। वाह।
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But, initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground.
Oh.
After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the Village Keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can
Yeah,
easily
but like
tell
she
when
doesn't get
someone is lying.
recognized.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
No shit.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just grandpa. Why do you have to call him that?
वाह,
It's not
बच्चे
like
से
he's
पूछ
a
रहे हैं
bad
आपका
person
अब्बू
or
पागल है?
anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I wanna find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I even wasn't kidding about Matra
I don't
having
know
sharp
why
senses.
short people are rude in this game.
He's just a kid. All he
Zhao,
wants is to find his
Sino.
grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
At least Xingqiu isn't.
Sorry, I was...
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed
Yeah,
him
he just
eavesdropping
reads
outside the window.
books all day.
Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Late, however, the
Stream
scholar
सही है
was
ना? Lag तो
unkempt
नहीं
in
कर रही?
appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head.
Okay.
He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
अब better हो गया, I guess. Check करो.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
मैंने प्रोटेक्टर भी मंगवाना है मोबाइल के लिए soon enough.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've
Yes,
cleared
it's
everything up!
us.
Let's go find your grandpa! Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local
हाँ, but
residents
don't
some
worry, अभी
questions
और आनी है
first.
थोड़ी बहुत उसी से कर लूँगा. Quest completed.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me
Kya?
think. When I was eating dinner the
Kya
other
no?
day, I saw one of them by the
Acha,
side of the
haan.
road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all
I
I have
like
to tell
how
you.
they
Sorry.
don't even realize they watch Paimon. Like if I would watch, मतलब अगर कोई randomly आके Paimon जैसा बंदा मेरे मुंह पे आ गया ना, मैं तो सबसे पहले यही पूछूंगा ये है क्या चीज़ भाई, और ये लोग इतना calmly जवाब दे देते हैं.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly,
Paimon has
I
different
feel
names.
quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them,
Wide,
my
floaty,
house would have
emergency
collapsed
food.
long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa?
मैंने तो उसको
Oh,
emergency
hello
food ही बोला
there.
जब
It's
वो
little
सबसे पहला
Isak. You
Archon
mean
quest
that
था.
nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
Okay, that's a little bit too dark.
He was actually the one who
Organ.
protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes.
Organ.
He happened to be staying near my house
Floating
that day
organ.
and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well,
Oh
whatever
भाई,
the
कितने
case,
नाम हैं.
I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
हाँ वो स्टोरी में पूछता है। ये ऊपर है? नहीं नीचे है।
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Yeah, but that's kind of a dumb story.
Thank you for taking care of him.
Still, though, जो first god था वो जब इनको trap कर रहा था, वो दिखता तो पाइमन की तरह ही था. खैर.
Yeah.
That's a long shot. That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
अब क्या हो गया इसे? Could be.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Sacrifice.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Isn't that the spear, the 5-star spear?
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on, keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
He doesn't seem that scary to me.
Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong... Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
हाँ अम्मी आई हुई थी उनसे बात कर रहा था. ओके लेट्स कंटिन्यू. मतलब ये क्या नफसियाती बंदा है ये. हाँ भाई इधर ही जाना है ना. मैं आ गया रुक क्यों गए हो तुम. इधर ही आना है ना तुमने. कसम से अगर इधर आया ना मैं इसे मारूंगा. रिटार्डेड है क्या ये बंदा. हाँ पता है बट स्टिल.
Scatter!
Oh, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Wait, but are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tighnari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you?
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Okay, so he's going there. I should...
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area.
Know the gender by just
the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of
what are they, kind of like
they
yakshas?
still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days.
But I think yakshas are way
and
more
will follow
powerful
the
than
scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
One second. Okay.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
We're back, Candace!
Are they shopping and some shit?
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Yeah, ladies talk.
Reasonably.
उधर हम लोग एक बंदे को ढूंढ रहे हैं जो मिसिंग है. यहाँ पे ये लोग फैब्रिक्स वगैरह चेक कर
We haven't seen him at all.
Good job.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search
कुछ नहीं, वो कोई मैसेज कर रहा था नेक्रो.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of, but that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan!
Also, he was listening and then you, so...
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
Hey.
Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find... Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki.
Yeah, it's getting kind of
Finally, a
boring,
friendly
but
face.
I'm pretty sure ending पे और better हो
Oh,
जाएगा.
and who do you have with you
Yeah,
here?
it's kind of boring
Guests
right now.
from another land?
But they have to make the plot somehow.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it?
We've had drinks. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby.
Absolutely. Much better than those people.
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to...
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
That's not far.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
It's up there.
Right here. Emerge.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the...
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Okay, they're here to ambush us. Wow.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that...
So, you've been watching us from...
Uh-oh.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal now?
So you and Delavar have been
Dia, I guess it's only natural for it. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an...
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're...
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known...
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand...
Yeah, gee, what...
See?
Now they're just going to fight, right?
You're
So
not
just
wrong.
fight.
Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me.
Enough talking! Get him!
Okay.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
खुद तो कुछ करेगी नहीं.
Right here.
Propagate!
Rain outlines your fate. Right now. Emerge. Right here.
The depths beckon me. Spring forth!
Right now. Right here. Emerge.
Still, I'm like pretty curious about her skill.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of... I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported.
Yeah, but you didn't prove
The only thing
shit.
you know
I was the
about
one
me
who
is that I'm a
was
mercenary.
fighting.
But you've never seen me, even though you heard we went to handle
Yeah,
monsters
I guess
together.
we'll see soon
You
enough.
believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
They should have
Okay,
shown the
that
switch
should
kick.
be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this
Oh.
since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away,
That's because
you let
it's
them
the main
report
story,
back.
and if I miss out on
Those
the
two
main
who were
story,
snooping
then
around
what's
were
the
just
point
a
of
couple
playing
small
this game?
fries. If we want to get...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for... Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find... That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked...
Wait, so he's a radical...
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think...
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
नहीं मैं सिर्फ वो वाली skip कर रहा हूँ जो like senseless हैं जो पता है
Is
मुझे.
it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a
Okay,
profit.
okay.
Does that bother you?